Hey y'all, we're gonna do an ammonia jar. There's a young lady who asked me to do an ammonia jar for her, so I decided to record it because it's very, very simple. This video is going to be very, very short, which is good because I'm gonna go downtown Columbia, see about this protest after a while about George Floyd, because some things gonna have to change. But first of all, let me shout out my patrons. Who I got? Cottrell girl. Hey Cottrell. Fab, Afton, Yolanda, Ashley, Shannon, Sheikah, Adrian, girl, Adrian, and Melissa. I sure appreciate y'all. Do I have everybody? Cottrell, Fab, Afton, Yolanda, Ashley, Shannon, Sheikah, Adrian, Melissa. I sure appreciate y'all believing in me, and we're gonna do this work. We're gonna do this work. I even put on my little press-on nails for y'all. I got these from Walmart last night. A couple of them popped off, but put them back on when I woke up this morning. So what do we need for this? An ammonia jar. What is an ammonia jar? An ammonia jar will reverse any situation that you don't like. Any situation. I've done ammonia jars to get out of debt. I've done an ammonia jar to get a bitch out of my life. To remove people from my children's lives. Because sometimes if you try to get involved in your kids' friendships, they'll just, dig their feet harder into the ground. And, so I was like, I'm not going to tell you to stay away from this person, but I'm going to get this person away from you. Whatever you don't like, whatever your situation is that you want to reverse, you could do an ammonia jar. And it's very simple. I use ammonia, great value, Walmart. You don't need nothing special, and you just need a little bit. And I am a recycling witch, so I keep my ammonia in a little pickle jar. You don't need much. I have a mason jar that I have cleansed with weed because my people like weed. You can cleanse with frankincense and myrrh, white sage, of course, dragon's blood is a great cleanser. You can cleanse with just about anything. But I've cleansed it with weed. Nothing's in here. And I use brown paper for everything. I use brown paper cardboard boxes. I write on lunch bags. If I see brown paper, I'm going to keep it. Because when I write my petitions on brown paper, shit turns around just like that, whatever it is. So, very simple. Ammonia, just enough to cover your paper. A mason jar, a jar with a lid. And for me, brown paper, you can use whatever paper you choose. You can use anything. So what happens? I've blessed with my own oil. I use my wishful receiving oil, of course, to bless my mason jar. You don't have to do this. This is just what I do. And focus on the intention because she's got a situation that needs to be turned around pretty fast. So we focus on the outcome, the desired outcome. So this is what we gonna do. You're gonna write on your paper your current situation as is. What's going on right now as it is. So what does she have going on? Currently, let's see. Okay. This is a very simple one, so. What I do, I take my paper. Now, I'm going to use a different sheet so y'all don't see what her situation is because that ain't in everybody's business. So we're going to take this paper that we wrote on. The words are going to be facing outward. So what I do, some people like to tape it inside the jar, the paper. I don't do that. I take the paper, this is sticking up, words out, and I put it in the lid, right? And then I take my ammonia, and this is what I do. Put just enough in here to know that when I close this. The words are facing the ammonia, right? Now I'm focusing on turning the situation around, right? What's the end result? What's the desired outcome? Focusing on that. If you pray on it. Believe your magic works. People always say, "What can I do this? Am I allowed?" Don't ask people what you're allowed to do, what you're not allowed to do. It's your magic. You do what works. So the words are facing in, right? Let me tighten it. What you're going to do, once you have your paper locked in there, only thing you're going to do is turn it upside down. Turn it upside down. And focus on what you want to happen. You're going to tell this ammonia what to do. And it's going to do it. Now what I do, I put it in a black bag. You don't have to do this. And then I just take it to the garage and sit it in a corner. And then in a couple of days, maybe a week or two, you'll be like, wait a minute, that situation turned around. So what I do, once I see it's turned around and it's worked, I take my jar and I bury it in the yard. I bury it in the soil. It's a lot of jars in my soil because I love jars. I use jars for just about everything. That's really all there is to it. You get your ammonia, you get your little mason jar, put your paper in there, write down your current situation as it is, as horrible as it might be. If it's a court case that you need flipped around, if it is, look, I am going to jail, I am going to prison, write that shit on the paper, put it in the jar, flip that shit upside down, put it in the corner. And you just wait and you will see. Okay? Next we're going to talk about, I don't know, but we'll get there. That's all you do for an ammonia jar. I hope you enjoyed, and I will talk to y'all next.